Hello everyone, my name is Alex from the Pioneer Perspective podcast, and today we'll be looking at my run going through the Season 11 Pioneer Invitational being played over the Playaway Discord server, which the Pioneer Perspective is a part of. I have qualified for this event, and usually you might find me casting it, but this time I was set up to be a player through it, and we weren't actually able to broadcast it due to a lot of people involved having either technical or personal / healthcare related issues. So sadly, we aren't able to bring it to you live as we normally would on our Twitch, but instead, we figured out in the last half an hour how to actually get me to record my perspective, because I haven't done this before. Because of that, we might experience some slight audio issues, quality issues. You might be able to hear me breathing into my microphone more often because there is less filtering through OBS that I am using because I haven't been able to set it up. And you might be able to hear my air conditioning in the background because it is really hot here. So, sorry for all of that, but we did want to bring you some content related to our Invitational. So, after this introduction and the deck tech, you'll be able to see all the matches that I have played, which hopefully will be all the way to the finals and actually winning it, but we'll see about that. So, the deck I am playing is, as you would expect, Grixis Control, being headlined by at least one copy, sadly only one, of the one, the only Nicobola's Dragon God. Surrounding this magnificent card, we have what you would expect out of a Magma Opus control deck that we saw rise up at the beginning of Strixhaven. We've cut down to fewer copies of Magma Opus, we're only at 2, but we're still sticking to 4 Gear Hulk, 2 Dig Through Time, a playset of Fatal Push, and an assortment of other removal spells and counter magic, with the counter spell of choice being Overwhelming Denial, which is, if it can focus, I'll read it out to you. A 4-mana uncounterable cancel, which doesn't sound very good, but if you surge it, which means if you have played a card before this, it'll actually only cost you 2 mana, which makes it straight up better than Counterspell. The reason I wanted to try this card, because first of all it has a lot of potential. Mystical Dispute is one of the more played cards in the format, and one of the decks in the tournament, being Niv Mizzet, actually has a sideboard counter suite of 4 Mystical Dispute and 2 Dispel, so I've been very happy with this choice. But at the same time, it also works quite well against aggro decks in Game 1, even though it will mostly be ported out to some extent, sometimes all, sometimes a few, in Games 2 and 3, because it goes well together with a card like Fatal Push, giving you the ability to cast 2 spells on turn 3, where with your average cancel, with upside, you would only be able to go for 1. So I like the certainty and safety it provides in slower matchups, and at the same time I like the tempo that it provides in faster matchups. So with that being said, following this quick introduction, as I have said before, we'll be able to look at all the matches I've played, which is hopefully all of them, and there might be a roundup at the end. So thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoy, and see you at the end. So let's roll for turn order and see who gets to start us off.
Sounds good.
Alright, that would be me. So I'll be taking the play.
Excellent.
Good luck to you.
You as well. Alright. Looks like I'll need that look. Alrighty.
I'll be keeping this hand.
Thinking real quick. I will be... That's an interesting hand. I'll mulligan. 6.
Alrighty.
Wasn't terrible, but needs a little more action than it has.
Yeah, it makes sense. I feel like I've never actually played an open decklist tournament before, so this
Me neither.
new to me. I do think it gives me a reasonable advantage playing control. Like, now I know that, like, against like certain decks, there's like opening hands that are just unkeepable.
Yeah.
which are perfectly fine in other matchups, right? If I have like some draw spells and 2 counter spells and I'm against Niv, I'm like, yeah, I'm in good shape. And if I'm against you with a couple of draw spells and 2 counter spells, I just instantly lose game 1.
I imagine that. And then normally I see like companions just a way to figure that out.
True, but
So I
there are
look at like
there's these tricksy Luris Grixis control decks right now with like Jace and Valky. And I think they do actually get some benefit because they throw people for a loop by thinking, oh,
yeah.
Luris, it's going to be an aggro deck. And then they start off on like Thoughtseize, 2 Fatal Pushes, and like a counterspell. And they're like, what?
Let's see this. I'll go to 5. Yep.
Oh.
And it's no worries. It happens with this deck. Like, my 7 wasn't bad, but my 6 was worse.
Hate that feeling. I think
Yeah.
I could definitely do better. Like sometimes you see these hands and you've got like too many lands. You're like, oh, if I'd bottom a land, like this would still be a good 6. So I think I'll try a Mo, and then you just get a completely unplayable hand. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, sometimes if the mana was perfect, it'll be great. But we don't live in that world. Have to deal with plains and mountains.
Oh no.
It's just interesting. Sometimes I see lists like this run like 2 mountains, 2 plains, and I'm like, how do you open your hands? Okay, this is a lot better. Just how to figure out how I want to do this. Yes, just probably has to feed these 2 to the bottom. That feels so bad. That feels so bad. Maybe you, no. You, and pray. Alright, we can get started.
Alright. Good luck. I will start with
You
a
too.
Watery Grave, Shocked In, go to 18, and pass the turn to you.
Sounds good. I'll draw for turn. Start Inspired Vantage. Pay 1 white for a Clever Illuminancer. Go ahead.
I will push your Clever Lumimancer.
You got it.
Alright, draw for turn. Play an island. I will pay 2 mana and 4 telecard. I'll pass the turn to you.
Untap. Draw for turn. Play Inspiring Bandage, and then tap 2 for a Leonin Light Scrib. I'll pass it.
I will cast Behold the Multiverse.
You got it.
I'll play a Wandering Fumarole, tap to pass the turn.
Alright, I'll untap. Draw for turn. It's very interesting. I'll play a Plains. I'll swing you for 2.
No blocks or anything?
Nope.
All
Just
right.
2.
I'll go to 16.
Main phase 2, pay 1 white and 1 red for a Triple Arcanist.
Sure.
And I'll pass.
I'll play Drowned Catacombs, and I'll pass the turn to you.
Alright, untap. Draw for turn. Alright, that's where it gets tricky. Gonna cast a Defiant Strike, targeting the Dreadful Arcanist.
Sure thing.
Luminancer trigger.
Sure.
And results, I draw a card, and Dreadful is a 3/3 at the moment. I will go to combat.
Sure thing.
Swing with these 2. Trigger Dreadful Arcanist.
Yes.
Cast Defiant Strike.
That's all right.
Start the Dread Horde.
You got it.
Trigger. Draw a card. And then going to Defiant Strike again.
Sure thing.
Starting Dread Horde. Triggers.
Mm-hmm.
Draw a card. Damage.
Sure, that'd be 12. Right? I think it's 12.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go to 4.
And I'll pass turn to you.
End of your turn. I'll cast Stay Behold the Multiverse.
You got.
Bottom both of those. Yeah. Draw 1, draw 2. Head to my turn. Untap. Draw. I will play a, let's see, 1, 2. Play Sulphur Falls, and I'll go for a Shadow's Verdict.
You got.
Pass the turn to you.
Right, untap. Draw turn. Pay 3 to add my command to my hand.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Cards in hand?
6.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yep.
Let's go for a Blightstep Pathway. And then we go for triple black, a blue, and a red. Play Nicol Bolas.
You got.
I will grab one of my enormous dice. He goes up to 5. I draw a card, and you exile a card from your hand or the battlefield.
Alexa, Reckless Rage.
Draw my card, and then I will pass the turn to you.
Sounds good. Untap. Draw for turn. I will shotgun a Sacred Foundry, go to 18.
All right.
And then I'll tap 3 for Luris to the Green Den. And I'll pass turn to you.
End of turn, I'll cast an Opt.
You got.
I'll take that. Go to my turn. Draw. Play a Fable Passage. I'm going to plus Nicol Bolas.
Okay.
Once again, draw.
I will exile this Imperial Rampage.
And I will pass the turn to you.
Okay, untap. Draw for turn. I'll go to attacks. Swinging for 3.
Before damage, I'm going to tap 3. I'm going to go for Soul Shatter. Make you sacrifice
Soul
your
Shatter.
highest. Make you sacrifice your highest CMC creature or planeswalker.
Sounds good. Alright. Main phase 2, I'll pay a white for a Clear Luminancer.
I will. I'll pay 2 mana. I'm going to Surge an Overwhelming Denial, which is going to counter it.
I'll pass turn to you.
I will. I will plus Nicol Bolas again.
Okay, I'll exile this Plains.
I will play a Clearwater Pathway, and I will pass the turn to you.
Okay. I'll draw for turn. Cards in hand?
6.
Alright. I will pass turn to you.
Okay. Draw. Plus Nicol Bolas. Once again, draw.
Alright, I will exile this Spice one.
I will play a Clearwater Pathway, and I will pass the turn to you.
You got untap, draw for turn. I'll attempt to cast a favorite hoplite,
Sure.
and I'll pass.
Right, I will go to my turn. Draw, and I'm going to quickly check your deck.
Okay.
That I'm not forgetting some sort of stifle effect that is randomly available to feather decks, which I will have forgotten about. Well, you got me stumped if you do. I am going to -8 Nicol Bolas, and unless you control a legendary creature or planeswalker, you lose the game.
Yep. Alright, good game.
Good game. God, that was... I had that... I was flooding really badly at the start, so you had that turn with the Lumimancer and the Light Scribe and the Arcanist, and I was just... Am I just dead? Is this it?
I think... Well, I was expecting a removal spell, and I could have killed you that turn. Maybe I should have gone for it.
Yeah, it's hard to say, right? Because I would be playing around your protection spell, so I would sort of want to wait as long as possible. But on the other hand, wouldn't I have fired it off to try and kill the Arcanist before you got any value? So
yeah.
Yeah, that makes it really tricky.
Well, it's also just like you'll have survived, so definitely that's something to think about. But yeah, I had to time striking hand into God's willings.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll be on the play this time.
That makes sense.
All right, let's see that deck list again. Man, Black got so much good stuff recently.
Yeah, it really did.
Like Shadow Spartak is just amazing. And Soul Shatter is pretty good against me, surprisingly.
Yeah, I've been super impressed with that card. Like, ever since Zendikar, I swapped Hero's Downfall for Soul Shatter, and I have no regrets. It comes up more often that Soul Shatter being an edict saves my life than that I wish I could kill another creature with Hero's Downfall.
Oh yeah.
And it's even easier to cast, which can actually be relevant in this deck because it's pretty mana hungry, like color intense deck. So.
I understand that.
Obviously, that problem would be less if you'd be playing straight Dimir, but then you can't play Bolas, so what are you even doing?
Yeah. What's the point of that? Alright, good luck game 2.
Yes, good luck, game 2. Game 2 to you too. That's no confusing sentence
Game
at all.
2. Nope. Alrighty, let's see it. Alright, that's the fastest mulligan in the West.
I'm gonna mulligan this too.
Alrighty.
I think on the play, pretty easy keep. On the draw, it's got some problems. Well, he does get to untap with a potential God's Willing. Oh wait, they're not dead. Okay, never mind, I'll try something else.
I have many of those in here. Many of those in here.
It's a good card.
Oh yeah.
I think even the unblockable is really valuable in some matchups.
Mm-hmm. I've saved my putt many times.
Yeah, I had it in Ors of Humans when I played it, and I played Brave the Elements. You could just randomly make your entire board unblockable.
I like a card too. I should have played humans. I normally do play humans. Alrighty, I will keep the 6. The difficult part. I guess you're a little less useful. Alright.
Oh, this hand is much worse. Oh no. But I think I'm gonna have to keep this. Yeah. This goes to the bottom.
Okay.
Alright, good luck.
You too. Inspired Banish untapped. Clever Luminancer. Go ahead.
Draw. I'll start off with a Wandering Fumarole tap to pass the turn.
Alright. Draw per turn. I'll play a Plains, red and white for a Threat for Arcanist. Go ahead.
Draw. Let's go for a Blightstep pathway. I'm going to go for a Collective Brutality, which I will escalate.
Okay.
Discarding a Shark Typhoon, and I'm going to give your Lumimancer -2/-2 and have a peek at your hand.
Alright, so you got Defiant Strike, God's Willing, and a Monster Swiss Spear.
Well, whatever I play, you do get to recast it from your hand, from your yard.
Yeah.
Let's let's go for the God's Willing.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn to you.
Sounds good. Untap. Draw for turn. Cast Monster's Whisker.
Sure.
And then I'll go to combat. Swing in. God's Willing trigger. Or Arcanist trigger. I'll give it pro.
I'm tapped out. You do you.
And then scry to the bottom. And so
I can see the corner card of your hand.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
No worries. 3 then.
Yeah, just
sure.
3.
I'll go to 17.
All right. Main phase 2. I'll cast Declare Luminancer, and I will pass turn.
That's the card I could see. So now at least that's solved. Let's go for a tapped Watery Grave. I will foretell a card and pass the turn to you.
All right. Sounds good. Untap. Draw for turn. I'll class a Defiant Strike targeting the Dread Hurricanist, Prowess, and Magecraft triggers.
Yes.
I'll draw a card. Play Inspiring Bandage. I'll cast a Titan Strike targeting the Dread Horde.
All right.
Magecraft triggers.
Mm-hmm.
So
once again, I'm tapped out, so
make sure I don't lose my damage. So I guess it's +4.
yes.
Scry 1. La, 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 la. Guess it really doesn't matter. So now enter combat. Swing, Dread Horde activates, starting Titan Strength.
Yes.
Okay, so it's +7, triggers, scry, and then your damage, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's 20, right?
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18.
18, that'll do it too. All right.
Yep. Spawn deck.
It is. Quick kills. I mean, it is a nice deck in that way that it can really like punish people who play at sorcery speed. Kind of in the way that that what was it? It was that Sage of the Fallen Locust God deck, like the what people called the twin deck.
Yeah.
That also really made some headway when people noticed that, hey, why is everyone playing at sorcery speed? Let's just play a deck that kills you the second you tap out. And Feather basically has the same deal. You tap out, you're dead.
Oh yeah. So don't tap out.
Exactly.
Alrighty, take a quick peek at your deck again. Sure, it's fantastic. Just make sure you're not setting an ocean deep on me. All right. I'm all done shuffling.
I'll keep this.
I'll mulligan this one. Yeah. I will go to 5.
Oh.
For a deck that has all the best mana I want, doesn't like to give it to me.
Yeah, your deck's not cooperating this time. Bloody hell.
Yeah. It's just it's just my life. Like, okay, mana's as consistent as you can get, and deck's like, no.
It's like, nah, here's your mountain and your 2 plains. It's like, come on. There's duels in here.
There's so many tools.
Yeah, 12.
I'm drowning in tools. Yeah. The sun is like a clump in the back. It never see the light of day. Okay. We'll have to give this one a try. Well, I mean, you, I think? Alright. It's
Best
that'll
of
work.
luck.
Go ahead.
I'll start off
You
with
too.
a tapped fetid pools and pass the turn.
Drop turn. Start with the plains and the clever luminancer. Go
Sure.
ahead.
Draw. Let's go for a drunk catacomb. I'm going to go for a collective brutality escalated to kill it and have a pick in
Okay.
your hand. Discarding a
That's
Water
brutal.
Oh. So that's the learn card, right? The other one. Let's put a 1/1
yeah,
counter
this
on a
is Guiding
creature,
Voice.
learn.
Yep.
I'll take the God's
God's
Willing.
willing. Okay.
And then I will pass the turn to you.
Alright, on tap. Draw for turn. I'll pass to you.
I'll play Drunk Catacomb and pass the turn to you.
Draw for turn. Pass to you.
Let's go for a Clearwater Pathway, ship to turn.
Draw for turn. Play a Battlefield Forge. And then I'll pay 1 in red. I'll attempt to cast River Arcanist.
In response, I'm going to cycle a Fetid Pools.
Okay.
You got it.
Pass turn.
Draw. Go for a Blightstep Pathway. Go for Shadow's Verdict.
You got it.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. I'll pay 1 red for a monster assist here.
Sure.
And I'll pay 1 for a guided voice, turn the Swift Spear, and now learn.
Sure.
I'll add Environmental Science to my hand.
Alrighty.
And then combat, I'll swing
yes,
for
of course.
3.
3. Wait, was this 3 damage I took from last game? I think it was, right? Because I went for collector
Yeah.
brutality. Yeah, okay. So I will stay at 17 then.
Go ahead.
A little frustrating. Cards in hand.
4.
4. So I know there's a Rest in Peace, Guiding Voice, and an Environmental Science.
Yes.
I'm going to... I think I'm gonna have to do it. Gonna go for a Collector Brutality to give it -2/-2.
Yeah.
And then
sure.
kill it with a Moment of Craving and gain 2.
All right.
And I will pass the turn to you.
Sounds good. I'll untap. Draw for turn. Oh, now that's interesting. Play Pillar Birch Pathway, and then tap 3 to add lures to the hand.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Pass the turn to you.
Right, untap. Draw for turn. Cards in hand.
2.
All right. I'll cast Lurus of Dream Den,
Sure.
and I'll pass it to you.
I'll kill it with a Moment of Craving and gain 2.
You got it.
Go back up to 21. Pass the turn to you.
Untap. Draw for turn. I'll cast Environmental Sciences.
Sure.
Search for a planes. Yep. And gain 2 life. Go to 20. I'll play the planes. Cast a Clever Luminancer.
Sure.
I'll pay 1 white for Guided Voice, starting Luminancer.
I will Fatal Push the Lumimancer.
You got it. So that Thistles. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. I'll pass the turn to you.
Okay. Draw for turn. Play a Battlefield Forge. Tap 2. I'll attempt to cast Rest in Peace.
In response to Rest in Peace, pay 2, delve 6, go for a Dig Through Time.
Okay.
I suppose it... In case I want to counter it, let's leave those 2 in. Dig resolves. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. go for these 2 cards. The rest goes
Okay.
to the bottom, that order. Actually, I hope we don't have a game where I go through my whole deck, but that order. And then it resolves.
Alright.
Everything hits the exile.
And I'll pass turn.
I'll cast the Behold the Multiverse.
You got.
That hits the bin. Let's see. Top that. Bottom 1, 2. Draw for turn. Cards in hand?
2.
I'll pass the turn to you.
Right, untap. Draw for turn. I'll pass it to you.
I'll flash in a Torrential Gearhulk.
You got.
Doesn't do anything else. Go to my turn. Draw. Attack you for 5.
I'll take it. 14.
Go for a Thoughtseize.
Okay. 2 Inverted Rampages and a Fine Strike.
I will go for the Defiant Strike. I'll go back down to 19.
Okay.
And I will play a tapped Watery Grave and pass the turn to you.
Draw for turn. I'll pass it to you.
Again, this should be an exile, excuse me. Draw. Attack you for 5.
Yep.
Pass the turn to you.
Draw for turn. I'll pass to you.
End of turn, I will discard a Magma Opus to make a treasure.
You got.
Go to my turn.
That's a mistake. Alright.
Went to my turn, right?
Yeah, that's your turn.
Attack you for 5.
Yep.
Then let's
Not
have
4.
another quick look. That one's in. I will crack this treasure and cast a Magma Opus to deal 4 to you. And then
You got it. Yeah, I'm dead.
oh,
Oh man.
All right. Yeah, I'll take the play.
that makes sense. Well, that's my opening 7. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan.
Me too. My hand was downright laughable. I think I had 1 land and an average CMC, and a total CMC of like 22. And
I had the opposite problem. I had 5 lands and a total CMC of 2.
Oh. At least the one was Knights of the Ebon Legion. It gives you something to do, but it's not ideal.
All right. Huh. Yeah. I'll keep this and put this on the bottom.
Unsure about this hand. I think I'll go with this. Sure. Alright, best of luck.
Yeah, good luck. I'll start us off with a swamp and a Dreadwander. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. I'll start off with a tapped Fetid Pool. Pass the turns to you.
Untap and draw. I'll play a swamp. Go to combat. Hit you for 2.
I'll go to 18.
And second main, I'll play a Scrap Heap Scrounger. Go ahead.
Alright, untap, draw. Let's go for a clear water pathway, and I am going to foretell a card.
Alright.
Let's put that on the right pile. Foretell. Pass a turn. Swap those around, actually. Your go.
Alright. Untap. And draw. Yeah, I'll play a Mutavault. Go to combat and attack you for 5.
Sure.
Second main, I will Spectacle a Spawn of Mayhem.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Let's go for a mountain. I'll cast Petty Theft on your Spawn of Mayhem to return it to your hand.
Alright.
And then I will pass the turn to you.
Alright, untap. And draw. I'll play Swamp. Yeah, let's... go to combat and swing for 5.
I will Fatal Push your Scrap Heap Scrounger. Take 2, go to 11.
And... I'll hardcast Spawn of Mayhem.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Let's go for a Behold the Multiverse from Foretell.
Yep.
Keep that one in hand. So that one on top, sorry, and then 1, 2. I will shock in a Watery Grave, take 2, and then I will Heartless Actor Spawn of Mayhem.
Alright.
I'll pass the turn to you.
Okay, untap and draw. Yeah, I'll crew up Mutavault,
Sure thing.
go to combat, and swing at you for 4.
I'll go to 5.
And I'll pass the turn.
I'll go for a Swamp, and I will pass the turn to you.
End step, I will bring back Scrap Heap.
Just a moment. How is that the card exactly worded? With Scrap Heap's ability on the stack, I am going to cast an Opt.
Okay.
bottom that one. Draw a card. That's okay. You've got your opt.
My scrap
Sorry,
heap.
you've got your scrap heap. Yes. Opt. Sure thing, Alex.
I'll untap and draw. I'll play Swamp. Crew up Mutavault.
Sure thing.
Go to combat.
Okay.
And attack for 7.
Before damage, I am going to Soul Shatter. So you have to sacrifice your highest CMC permanent.
That would be my scrap heap scrounger.
Then I will take 4 and go down to 1.
Alright. I will... Yeah, I'll go... Knight of the Ebon Legion.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
I go for a Behold the Multiverse.
Alright.
Scry 2. Draw 1. Draw 2. You got me.
Alright. Okay. You want the play?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Alright, good luck.
Yes, you too. I'll be keeping this hand.
Yeah, I'll keep.
All right. I will. Good luck. I'm going to start off on a Blight Step pathway. Pass the turn.
All right.
God, these sleeves do
True.
get murky.
I'll play a swamp and a Knight of the Ebon Legion
Sure thing.
and pass.
I will Fatal Push your Knight of the Ebon Legion.
Sweet.
Draw. I'll play an island, and I'm going to foretell a card. Pass the turn.
Draw. I'll play a swamp. And I'll play a Skyclave Shade.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I'll play a Sofa Falls and pass the turn to you.
Draw. I'll go to combat and swing for 3.
I will cycle a Shark Typhoon for 1.
All right.
Draw. And move to block it.
Yep. I'll play a swamp, and Skyclave Shade will trigger, and I'll play it
Sure thing.
and pass the turn.
Go for a Clearwater pathway, and I'll pass the turn to you.
All right, untap and draw. I'll play Castle Lochwain.
All right.
And I will cast Rankle,
Rankle resolves.
go to combat and swing for 6.
I will pay 3 and Soul Shatter, so you have to sacrifice your Rankle.
Oh yeah.
I will go to
You
17.
take 3. Yep, and I'll pass the turn.
Draw. I'll play a Fabled Passage and ship to turn.
Untap, draw. I'll go to combat and swing for 3.
Cards in hand?
5.
You're not making it easy on me, that's for sure. I will... I'll take the 3. Go to 14.
Okay, I will. Yeah, play a Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Sure thing.
And pass the turn.
End of turn. Let's crack this. Grab a swamp.
How many cards do you have in hand?
3. Then I will I'm gonna do it that way. Go for a Behold the Multiverse.
Okay.
I think I'll be bottoming both of these. Draw, draw. Sure. Draw for turn. Shock in a Watery Grave, go to 12. Pass the turn to you.
Untap and draw. Can you read me off your graveyard?
Yes, I will put it out. I've got a Behold the Multiverse, a Fabled Passage, Soul Shatter, Shark Typhoon, and a Fatal Push.
Okay. Yep, I'll go to combat and swing for 6.
I'll flash in a Torrential Gearhawk.
Yep.
I'll go for a Behold the Multiverse.
Yep.
Scry 2, bottom both of those. Go for a 1 and a 2. And I will move to blockers.
Yep.
I will block the... I'll block the Skyclave Shade.
Okay.
Take 3, go to 9.
Alright, second main, I'll play Castle Lochthwain. Trigger Skyclave Shade. And cast it.
Alright.
Cards in hand?
6 at the moment.
I'll play a Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Alright.
And pass.
I will go for a Drown Catacomb. And I will pass the turn to you.
Alright, untap. And draw. I'll cast Swift End, targeting Torrential Gearhawk.
I will... I will Fatal Push one of the Scrap Heap Scroungers.
Yep.
And then for 2 mana, I will Surge an Overwhelming Denial to counter it.
Yep. Yep, I'll go to combat and attack for 6.
I was trying for Gearhulk to block the Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Okay.
And then I will take 3, go to 6.
I'll play a swamp and cast a Dreadwander and pass the turn.
I'm gonna have a quick read of Dreadhorde Wanderer. Wrong set.
Yeah.
From the grave to the battlefield, it's only a time you could cast a sorcery, and only if you have one of your cards in hand. Okay, at the end of your turn, I will spend 3 mana to cast a Soul Shatter.
Alright, I will sack Skyclave Shade.
Yes, perfect. Okay, head to my turn. Dwarf turn. Go for a... let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, that's enough. Clear water pathway. And I will pass the turn to you.
Oh no. Wait a sec. Oh yeah, of course. Okay.
What?
Yeah, I will on end step return a Scrap Heap Scrounger,
Sure.
exiling Knight of the Ebon Legion. Okay.
You currently have 6 lands, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Untap and draw. So I'll declare my intention to go to combat.
Sure.
And attack you for 5.
Before we go to blockers,
Yep.
I'm going to cast a Magma Opus. The target, before we do anything else, will be to... I'm going to at least tap both your Castle Lochthwains. I'm going to deal... How many cards you got in hand?
2.
I'm going to tap both your Castle Lochthwains, deal 1 damage to your Dread Wanderer and 3 damage to you. Draw two cards, make a 4/4.
Okay, while that's on the stack, I will tap my own Castle Lochthwains in the swamp to swift end the Gearhulk.
Sure.
And I'll go to 18, and then I'll go to...
Yeah, the Dread Wanderer dies.
15.
I draw 2 and make a 4/4.
Yep, and I take 3? Yep.
Yeah, then
Okay.
I would like to head to blocks.
Yep.
And the 4/4 is going to block the Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Yep. Okay, I'll play a swamp, trigger Skyclave Shade, play Skyclave Shade, and pass the turn.
I'll play a Wandering Fumarole. I'm going to head to combat. Hit you
Yep.
for 4.
11.
And then I will pass the turn to you.
End step, I will bring back a Scrap Heap Scrounger, exiling
Yeah.
Murderous Rider.
With its ability on the stack, I am going to eat it with a Clink Dust.
Oh yeah.
And go to 9.
Okay. I will untap. And draw. Go to combat.
How many
and
cards do you have in hand right now?
1.
Okay.
Swing for 3.
I will go... Wait. I'll go to 6.
All right. I will bring back a Dread Wander.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
1 card in hand?
1 card in hand.
End of turn. I will play 3 mana and flash in a Brazen Borrower.
Okay.
Head to my turn, alright?
Yep.
None of your lands is a Mutavault, right? It's 2 Castle Lochthwain and 2 Swamps, if I'm correct.
Yep, and 3 tap swamps also.
Yes. Go to my turn. Draw. I will pay 1, 2, 3, 4. Animate Wandering from roll.
All right.
I want to switch its power and toughness.
Okay.
And attack for 11.
Good game.
Whew. Alright. We've got a third one.
Yep.
Well, that Skyclave Shade was a pain in the rear for, for a long time.
Yeah.
You kept having threats. How many cards do you have? 5? I'm like, 5? And oh yeah, you've played that card 3 times already.
Yeah. That Brazen Borrow was on Adventure? No. Was that from a different game?
Yeah. That
Am
was
I
from,
getting the two confused?
No, I had foretold a card earlier, but the Brazen Borrower was
okay.
just straight up.
So it
flushed into
wasn't
my hand.
okay. I would have felt so bad if that was like sitting there on the board.
No,
and I
no,
had
no, no.
just missed
No,
it.
you didn't. There wasn't. I didn't have lethal on board. I had 8 damage on board, and just the 3 came
Yeah.
from hand with the Borrower.
Yeah. Okay. So it's funny because I feel like with Magma Opus, you actually put like a clock on me that I have to try to get myself in a winning position before I get like
that's what
my board wiped and a new blocker for you, and you draw 2 cards or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I really like about this version of Control, as opposed to something like Blue White or something. Is that it actually has a reasonable clock for a Control deck. So some of these matchups, they don't draw out forever and giving your opponents waste. Like you did, I didn't give you the time to like outgrind me with Castle Lochthwain, for example,
Yeah,
which is
definitely.
something that
Or
was a problem before in this matchup.
it's like the same difference if they run approach or if they don't run approach in a blue-white deck. It's like if
Exactly.
if I have a Mutavault, I can just take free hits when they're tapped out or whatever. But if it's approach, I actually have to like try to put a faster clock on them.
Yeah, and in Blue-White, I've always traditionally liked approach, not because I don't even know if it makes for the better deck, but I do really like a control deck that actually like wins at some point. And doesn't like, you know, I mean, it's gonna be recorded, so if you're listening, hey Scratch, do the Scratch special of just running an elixir of immortality and just hoping your opponent just dies out of misery.
Yeah, that's the even flock or whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm on the plate.
Yes, of course. That is usually if someone doesn't say anything, I assume they want to be on the plate.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's actually how it, like how judges rule it or whatever. But okay, yeah, yeah, I'll keep this.
I'll keep this too. Best of luck.
Good luck. Okay, I'll play a swamp and a Knight of the Ebon Legion.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I will play a Clearwater Pathway and pass the turn to you.
Untap, draw. I'll play Mutavault. And I'll Agonizing Remorse you.
Sure. Actually, is that okay, or do I want to go for? It's okay. There's an Opt, a Shark Typhoon, a Magma Opus, a Torrential Gearhulk, and 3 lands.
Huh. Yeah, so no, I'll take the Gearhulk.
That makes sense.
Oops, I will fix this. I am up to 19.
And I suppose I'll go down to 19.
And I'll, attack you. Go down to 19 and pass the turn.
I'll cast an Opt, unsurprisingly. Bottom that. Draw. I will play a Clearwater Pathway, and I will pass the turn to you.
Alright, I'll untap and draw. I will go to combat and attack you for 1.
I'll take 1.
I'll play a Castle Lochthwain. And second main, I'll Spectacle out a Spawn of Mayhem.
Nice. Sure thing.
And pass.
I will discard to make a treasure.
Okay.
Let's find my treasure token. There you go. Murkwater Pathway. Let's go for a Heartless Act on the Spawn of Mayhem.
Yep.
I'll pass the turn to you.
Alright, untap and draw. I'll play a swamp. I'll go to combat and swing for 1.
Sure thing, no blockers.
4 damage. I will pump him.
Sure, I'll take 4.
And I'll pass the turn on end step.
Yes.
He'll trigger. Go ahead.
Let's go for a tapped Watery Grave. Pass the turn.
Cards in hand.
4.
Untap and draw. I'll play Swamp. And I'll crew up Mutavault.
Sure.
Go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
And attack you for 4.
Cycle for 1.
Okay.
Put 1 on the shark token. Head to blockers.
Oh wait, yeah. Yeah, head to blockers, yeah.
Sure, I will block the Knight of the Ebon Legion.
Yep. And yeah, you'll take 2.
Yes, I will take 2, go down to 12.
And I will pass the turn.
Sulfur falls. Pass the turn to you.
All right. Untap and draw. I will tap Castle Lockthwain to crew up Mutavault.
Sure.
Go to combat and attack for 4.
Sack the treasure. Make a blue. Go for Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Target Opus. Any responses?
Nope.
Alright, then the Opus will target to tap your two of your swamps. I don't really care which one. They will deal 2 to the Mutavault and 2 to... Let's see, the Knight's currently at 2, 3. 2 to the Knight. 2 to the Knight, 2 to the Mutavault.
Okay.
Then
yeah,
I will
before...
draw 2 and make a 4-4.
Sorry, before it resolves.
Yeah, before it resolves... Sorry.
This is still before blocks, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, before blocks, or before it resolves, I will pump the Knight.
Yeah, so the Knight is currently a...
5.
5-4. A 5,
Well, 5-6.
with 2 damage on it.
Yeah.
Okay, then it resolves, and then I will use the token to block the Knight, because it has 4 damage on it.
Okay. No trade.
I've drawn my 2 cards already.
I will play a Castle Lockthwain and pass the turn.
How many cards have you got in hand?
3.
3. Okay. Draw for turn. Let's play a Wandering Fumarole. Attack you for 5.
I will take it.
I will pass the turn to you.
Tap and draw. I will. Cards in hand.
4.
Play a swamp. And play a scrap heap scrounger.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
Draw. I'll play tapped Watery Grave and pass the turn to you.
On your end step, I will swift end the Gearhulk.
Sure. Sorry, that doesn't go to exile, just dies, you lose 2.
Yep.
Alright.
Untap and draw. Go to combat and swing for 3.
Cards in hand?
2.
Before blockers, I'll animate 1 wing from roll.
Yep.
Block the scrap heap.
Yep. Second main, I will play Murderous Rider.
Sure.
Play Urborg.
Hey, easy mana for me.
Yep. And pass the turn.
Alright, cards in hand.
1.
1. Draw. Pass the turn.
Alright, end step, I will activate Castle Lock Twain.
Take 2.
Untap and draw. Let's Thought sees you.
In response. Magma Opus.
Yep.
Targets are... Cards do you have in hand? 2?
2.
Tap the Murderous Rider. Tap Castle Lockthwain. And deal one of them. And deal 4 to you.
Okay. Still my main phase.
Yes, but any responses?
Yeah, in response I'll tap my Castle Lock Twain.
To float a black, sure. Then the Murderous Rider gets tapped.
Yep.
I draw 1, 2. My hand is Torrential Gearhulk, Fatal Push, Shadow's Verdict, 2 lands.
Nice. How many opuses are in the
And
graveyard?
you're at 6 because I dealt 4 to you with the Opus.
Yep.
Currently there is 1 in my graveyard and 1 in exile.
Well, I guess I have to take the Gearhulk.
Sure.
Sorry, am I at 4?
You're at 6.
6. Okay. Yep, I will pass the turn.
Cards in hand again, sorry.
2.
Animate Wandering from roll.
Yep.
Go to combat.
Uh-huh.
Attack.
Yep.
Before damage, I would like to switch its power and toughness.
Yep, you got me.
Whew.
I can't block creatures in hand. I was like, no. Hopefully he doesn't see it.
I mean, it's honestly like the thing to play around. It's like, hopefully I forget that it can't block, but...
Oh, that reminded me. I do
recording,
need
there
to
we
order. I do need to order my playmat.
Caught that on camera now. I've got it recorded
Yeah?
now. Now you can't back down. Right.
I gotta get it now.
No, you gotta get it now. It's on record. You say you're buying it. So let's get the roll in. You go first.
I'll accept that. Not one to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Someone wants to join, but I can't see who. So I have to switch this thing off. Oh, hold up. I'll just let them join and then see who it is.
Oh.
Hello?
That's,
Hello.
Is that Meliseek?
Hi, I'm watching. Sorry, I had to unmute myself twice because
No
I
worries.
already said
Okay,
something.
yeah.
I'll just re-crop the stream so you can join us. All right.
All right,
The
yeah.
recording should now.
Climactic finals with spectators.
Yes. Why did I set myself at 18? I'm already at a disadvantage. I don't need to go to... Oh, and I've set myself to 16. Well done me. Oh, I clicked on
Okay.
minus to try and get the thing to go away.
Oh,
but
yeah,
obviously-
yeah.
All right. So let's look at our opening hands.
Yep. I will keep this.
I will keep mine too.
Okay, I'll start off with a swamp and a Dreadwander. Go ahead.
All right. Draw for turn. I'll shock in a Watery Grave and pass the turn to you.
Oh, untap and draw.
Okay, you can really notice like the 2-hour difference in lighting. I had to put on a light.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna flip on one other light quick, just a second.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
What time is it for you?
It's 10, so it's not too bad.
Oh, yeah. I will go to combat and attack you for 2. Oh,
I will push it at the in the beginning of combat.
in the beginning of combat. Okay. I will play a Mutavault and play a Knight of the Ebon Legion.
That makes sense.
Go ahead.
I will play a Wandering Fumarole and pass the turn to you.
Untap, draw. I'll play a Castle Locthwain. Go to combat and attack you for 1.
Before damage, push it.
All right. Second main, I'll play a Murderous Rider
Sure thing.
and pass.
I will play a Drowned Catacomb and pass the turn to you.
All right, untap and draw. I'll play a Swamp. Cards in hand.
5.
I'll cast Rankle.
Rankle resolves.
Go to combat and
Sure.
attack you for 5.
Rankle is a 3/3, right?
Yep.
Then I will flash in Brazen Borrower and block Rankle.
Ooh, yep.
And take 2.
All right, I'll gain 2. And pass the turn.
Play a Blightstep Pathway. Pass the turn. Cards in hand, sorry.
2.
Sure.
All right, untap and draw. Well, I'll play Swamp.
So now
And-
1 card in hand, right?
Sorry, when I drew, you asked me.
Oh,
Did
sorry.
you
So
ask-
you
yeah,
now
sorry.
have 3.
I have 2.
You now
I have
have
2 now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Sorry. Sure.
Yeah. I'll play Rankle.
Sure.
Go to combat. And attack for 5.
Before. Oh, I made a terrible mistake. Before. Does that make a difference? Wait. No, that's fine actually. Yeah, I'll take the 5.
Okay. And cards in hand.
4.
Yep, I'll have us each draw a card and lose a life.
All right. I draw a card, lose a life, go to 10.
And pass the turn.
I will cling to dust. Targeting. My own Fatal Push. And I will draw a card. Then I will cast an Opt.
Yep.
And an Opt. Bottom.
Checking out your options.
All right, head to my turn. Draw. play a Clearwater Pathway. And I will pass the turn to you.
All right. Untap and draw. I'll play a swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Crew up Mutavault.
Sure.
Go to combat. And swing for 7.
Before damage, dig through time. Del 5. Take those 2. Take the 7. Go to 3.
Okay. On damage. Cards in hand?
6.
Yeah, why not? I'll have us each draw a card and lose a life.
I'll go to 2.
I'll go to 22. And I will pass the turn.
Discard a Magma Opus for a treasure. Where is the treasure? Of course, the last token I was looking at. Alright, then I will head to my turn. Play Swamp. And pass the turn to you.
Okay, so in terms of the boding well factor, let's see. Yeah, I'll draw off Castle Lochthwain
Sure.
and take 4. Untap and draw. Thought sees you.
Hulk.
Yep.
Magma Opus. I'm going to... How am I going to do this? Cards in hand?
4.
Three to Rankle, 1 to you, tap the Mutavault, and tap your Murderous Rider.
Okay. In response, I will tap the Mutavault for a colorless.
Sure. And then tap the Castle Lochthwain, 3 to Rankle, 1. Oh, sorry, no, I didn't tap the last Castle Lochthwain. I tapped the Murderous Rider. Yeah, sorry. Then I will draw 2 and make a 4/4. And then I will reveal my hand. Fatal Push, Land, Opt, Wandering Fumarole, Mountain, Gearhulk, Shadow's Verdict.
Well, I'll take Fatal Push.
Sure. You lose 2.
Yep.
Second wrinkle?
Yep.
Yeah, you got me.
Guys, I'm getting my popcorn already. It's like nobody understands me, but like it's like watching soccer or something. It's like, fucking rankle, man. Oh god.
I was already thinking, like, I looked at that and I was like, yeah, the only thing I am dead to is second rankle. And,
Yeah. Oh my god.
oh, I really... I expected you win the first rank game. I mean, I couldn't have dealt with it, the second rankle, but I expected you to make me discard a card, and then I could have cast Stick Through Time a turn earlier.
Oh no. I mean, I had one card in hand and I didn't want to discard it.
Makes sense.
So and I was like, if you already have a bunch of cards, it doesn't really matter if I make you draw cards too.
I will take the play for this game.
Yep.
One thing, like Reznazel said, and if you get a match, shoots. Okay, sorry, my bad.
No worries. There can be a second match because I went through the winner's bracket, and that means that if...
Yeah. If I win, then I have to win again.
But you're off to a good
Yeah.
start. Oh, that rankle was brutal. Really brutal.
Yep. Well, I was off to a good start last time and
True.
did not make it to a good end. Okay.
I'll keep this hand.
Yep, I'll keep as well.
Best of luck. Fetid Pool tapped. Pass.
All right. Draw. Swamp. And Blood Soaked. Go ahead.
River Glide Pathway. Pass the turn to you.
All right. Draw. Castle Lochthwain.
You should be at 22, by the way.
Oh. Not 22. 22.
Yes, 22.
Okay.
Oops.
I'll go to combat.
Sure.
Swing for 2.
I will take the 2.
Okay. Second main, I'll Agonizing Remorse.
I'll Brazen Borrower to bounce your Bloodsoaked Champion. Let's see, where is my adventure token? Adventure, Fortel. He's on an adventure, and my hand is Shadow's Verdict, Cling to Dust, Fatal Push, Shark Typhoon, and Nicobolas.
Oh. Well then. So no other lands?
Yeah, no other lands.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess I'll take your Shadow's Verdict.
Alright. You lose 1.
Go ahead.
Alright. River, Blightstep Pathway. Pass the turn.
Untap, draw. Mutavault. Aethersphere Harvester.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Cycle Shark Typhoon for 1. Head to my turn.
Yep.
Cling to Dust your Agonizing Remorse. Pass the turn.
Untap and draw.
I assume
Play
you
a
have the
swamp.
2 energy.
Oh, yep.
Don't worry
Sorry.
about it.
I can mark that. Yeah. I'll play Bloodsoaked Champion.
Sure.
Crew up Mutavault.
Sure.
Crew up Aethersphere.
Sure.
Go to combat and swing for 5.
Moment of Craving the Mutavault. So
Oh, yeah.
that's it. I go to 20. And then I will take 3, go down to 17.
Before damage, I'll get lifelink on that.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
Opt. Pass.
Untap. Draw. Play a swamp. Cards in hand.
5, sorry.
Play Rankle.
Sure.
Crew up Aether Sphere.
Sure thing.
Go to combat. And
Sure.
attack you
Block
for
Rankle.
6. Gate before damage, I'll
Yes.
give the thing lifelink.
I'll go to 14.
And I'll go to 25. Half's turn.
Moment of Craving Rankle. Go up to 16.
Go ahead.
Play Fable Passage. Pass the turn.
Untap and draw. Play Rankle.
Sure.
Crew up Aether Sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Go to combat.
Sure.
Swing for 6.
Correct. Tough one to grab here. I'm gonna go for a mountain. Flash in the borrower.
Yep.
Block Rankle.
Yep. Well, second main, I'll play a swamp. Sorry. You took 3.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm 13.
And pass the turn.
Cards in hand.
2.
End step, Fatal Push the Aether Sphere Harvester.
All right.
Pass the turn.
Cards in hand.
4.
Untap. Draw. Rankle.
Jesus. Sure.
Go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Swing for 5.
Cards in hand now?
2.
2 still. Cycle for 1.
Okay. To blockers. Oh,
Opt
nope.
first.
Opt first.
Have you played a land this turn?
No.
Block Rankle.
Okay.
Take 2, go to 11.
Second main, I'll play a Dread Wanderer.
Sure.
Go ahead.
black, 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 blue, red.
Oh yeah.
Play Bolas. Down tick to kill Rankle.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
Untap and draw. Go to combat.
Sure.
Send 2 at rank, 2 at Nicol Bolas and 2 at you.
Sure. 9. At this point, I was half expecting a 4th Wrinkle.
Yeah, that'd be funny. I mean, for me, it would be funny. I'll play a.
At that point, I would
Urborg.
find it funny too. All
I'll
right.
play an Urborg. I was holding that because I didn't want you to get black.
Nice.
And then I'll play Scrap Heap Scrounger
Sure.
and pass the turn.
Opt.
Yep.
I don't want that. Sure, I'll have that. Pass the turn.
End step Castle Lochthwain.
Sure.
Alright. Untap. And draw. Go to combat.
Sure.
Swing 7 at you.
Kill the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Take 4, go to 5.
Play another Castle Lochthwain. Play Bloodsoak Champion
Sure.
and pass the turn.
Discard a Magma Opus for a treasure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's all coming together now. Draw.
Uh-oh.
Tapped Watery Grave. Pass the turn.
I have 3/1 toughness creatures.
Yeah.
Fun. I mean, I will draw off Castle Lochthwain. And I will bring back a Scrap Heap Scrounger, exiling Rankle.
Sure.
A Rankle. Untap. And draw. Go to combat.
Before combat. Oh, beginning of combat.
Yep.
Hulk. Second
Yep.
treasure. Magma Opus.
Yep.
I am going to... How many cards do you have in hand?
2.
I'm going to kill all your 1 toughness creatures. tap
Send one at me.
one at you, tap your scrap heap, and tap one of your castle lockthwains.
Yeah, I'll float a black off the castle lockthwain.
Sure.
And that resolves.
Then I will draw 2.
All right. Still in beginning of combat. I will swift end your Gearhulk.
Sure. You lose 2.
Yep. Go to 21. And second main. I'll play Mutavault.
Mm-hmm.
And bring back Dread Wanderer.
Cool.
I think that's it. Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
Trunk Catacomb. Cast an opt.
Yep.
Bottom that. I believe I played a land this turn, yes. Okay. Then I will pass the turn to you.
All right. Untap. And draw. So how many cards do you have in hand?
3.
I'll Thought Seize you.
I will tap this for a black. Is there a Thoughtseize in your graveyard? Or something?
No, my graveyard is Mutavault, Rankle, Aethersphere, Bloodsoaked, Bloodsoaked.
I will cling to dust your Mutavault to draw a card.
Okay.
Then I will Soul Shatter to make you sacrifice your Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Okay.
Then I'll reveal a hand that's an island and a clear water pathway.
Okay.
Screw early, flood late. A story as old as time.
Yep. Okay. Let's see if I can make anything of it. Yeah. Okay, I'll play Murderous Rider.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
Play an island. Pass the turn to you.
End step, I'll bring back a scrap heap. Exiling Rankle. Resolves.
Yes.
Untap and draw. Swift end your elemental.
Let's see. Okay.
Go to 17. Crew up the Mutavault.
Sure.
Go to combat.
Beginning of combat. Cling to dust one of your Bloodsoaked champions.
Okay.
Exiling. Oak. Opt. Bonus. Opt. Shark Typhoon. Gain 3, go back up to 8. You have another Bloodsoaked champion in your yard, right?
Yep.
Pay 4. Fabled Passage. Brazen Borrower. Moment of Craving. Opt. Shark Typhoon. Exile that one too. Go up to 11.
All right.
That's it.
Go to combat and jam for 9.
I will go to 2.
All right. I'll go back up to 19. And yeah, I'll play Murderous Rider.
Alright. Can I know what your graveyard's like at the moment?
Aethersphere Harvester, Rankle, Thoughtseize.
Perfect. Okay, move to my turn. Not like this. Exile 5 cards. Cast Cling to Dust, exiling the... Hold up. The Thoughtseize in your graveyard to draw a card.
Okay.
Draw. More lands. Okay. Let's head to match 2.
Okay.
Then let's see if I get to play this time. No.
All right. Yep. I'll take that. All right. Oh. Yeah, no. I'll mulligan that.
I'll keep this hand.
Five lands and 2 fatal push isn't
Oh,
exactly
no.
the ideal.
That's my kind of hand. Not yours.
Ah, yes, I think I'll play control this match.
Mono black control. Take me back to Dominaria standard, please.
All right. No, I'm going down to 5. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yep. Let's put this to the bottom. And this to the bottom. Wait a sec. No. Second guessing.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this on the bottom. Okay. I will start us off with a tapped castle locked lane. Go ahead.
I will start off with a Clearwater Pathway. Pass the turn.
Draw. I'll play a Mutavault. And a Knight of the Ebon Legion. Go ahead.
I will opt.
Yep.
Keep that. Draw. Play Swamp. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Play Castle Lockpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Crew up the Mutavault.
Sure.
Go to combat. And swing for 3.
Cast an opt. Push to Mutavault. Take 1.
Go ahead.
Handful of pathways. Really hard to decide what to play on what side. Riverglide Pathway. Pass the turn.
Yeah, every decision has a couple layers there. Okay, untap and draw. Play Mutavault.
Sure.
Go to combat.
Sure thing.
Swing 1.
No blocks.
Okay, you can take 1.
Sure.
And Spectacle Spawn of Mayhem.
Sure thing.
Go ahead.
Soul Shatter.
Oh yeah.
Clearwater Pathway. Pass the turn.
Tap, draw. Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Go to combat.
Sure thing.
Swing 1.
No blocks.
Okay, take 1.
I'll go to 17.
And pass the turn.
Dig through time. Resolves?
Yep.
Blight step pathway. Pass the turn.
End step. Castle Lochwain.
Sure.
Go to 17. And tap and draw. Crew up Mutavault.
Sure.
Go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Swing 3.
Opt.
Yep.
Put that into my hand. Heartless Act Immutable. Take 1.
I'll play a swamp. Play a Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Sure.
And play a Bloodsoaked Champion.
All right.
Go ahead.
Cards in hand.
1.
Discard for a treasure. Shadow's Verdict.
Oh, yeah.
Pass the turn.
Untap and draw. I'll pass the turn.
Pass the turn.
End step Castle Lochwain.
Sure.
Go to 14. Untap and draw. Play a swamp. Play a Dreadwander.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
Hulk. Opus. 1 to the Wanderer, 3 to you. Tap your 2 Castle Lochwains.
In response, I'll float my Castle Lochwain mana.
Alright, I draw 2, make a 4-4. Move to clean up?
I will Heartless Act your Gear Hulk.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Attack you for 4.
I'll Fatal Push it.
Sure. Your turn.
Untap, draw. I'll bring back a Dread Wanderer
All right.
and pass.
Cards in hand after that.
1.
Try and shook your hawk. Cast the Dictator time.
Yep.
Push the Dread Wanderer. Cards in hand now. 1.
1.
Cling to dust it, the Dread Wanderer. Code 19. Attack for 5.
Take it.
Pass the turn.
Untap and draw. Play Castle Lochthwain. Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Go to 7. Pass the turn.
Shock and a Watery Grave. Go to 17. Attack you for 5.
Take it.
Pass the turn.
Untap and draw. Yeah, good game.
All right. Off to the board. Ooh, that mole of yours that gave me so much. Because your draw was actually like not bad, even with that mole to 5, but just the Lochthwains
Yeah.
gave you such a slow start.
Yeah, definitely. I almost put a Mutavault back, but then I was like, they're creatures too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need.
I assume you've got the play for this one?
Yep. Okay. All right. I'll keep.
Me too. Best of luck.
Okay. Yeah, good luck. I'll start us off with a swamp and a dread wanderer. Go ahead.
Shotgun and Watery Grave. Go to 18. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Play Mutavault. Go to combat.
Mhm.
Swing for 2.
Take 2.
Play Knight of the Ebon Legion.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Opt. Keep that. Draw. Fetid Bull's tapped. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Go to combat.
Sure.
Swing 3.
Push the... Push the Dread Wanderer. Take the 1.
Second main, I'll play Skyclave Shade
Sure.
and pass.
Opt. Sure. Pass the turn.
Untap and draw. Go to combat.
Sure.
Swing 4.
Before damage. Opt.
Yep.
Take the 4. Go to 11.
All right. Second main, I'll play a Mutavault.
Mm-hmm.
Play Aether Sphere Harvester.
Sure.
Go ahead. At the end of my turn, I'll give Knight a counter.
Yes. I will draw. I'll play a Wandering Fumarole and pass the turn to you.
Untap. Draw. I'll Thoughtseize you.
Shadow's Verdict, Torrential Gearhulk, Soul Shatter, Urborg, Fabled Passage, Wandering Ephemeral.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take Shadow's Verdict.
Sure.
Go to 18. Crew up a Mutavault.
Mm-hmm.
Crew up Aethersphere.
Sure.
Go to combat.
Make you sack the Aethersphere Harvester with Soul Shatter. Take 5.
Swing for 5, yep. And pass the turn, end step, Knight will get a counter.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Fabled Passage, pass.
Untap and draw. Cards in hand.
4.
I'll play Castle Lochthwain.
Okay.
Crew up and Mutavault.
Sure.
Crew up the other one.
Sure.
Go to combat.
You got me. Let's head to the last one.
Down to it.
Yeah. Down to the wire.
Climactic. Okay.
Good luck, you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good luck to you too, Immortal.
Yeah, good luck. I hope this last one isn't like a
I hope it's
mana
not like
screw or a
game 1.
downer for
Yeah.
someone.
I want a good game.
Yeah. We deserve a good game at this
Exactly.
point.
I will take the play, obviously.
Yep.
Let's set my life total to 20. Don't think I have a good chance if I start off at 6.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna take a ult.
I'm gonna keep.
Bottom this one. And I'll keep. Best of luck.
Good luck.
Start off on
okay.
a tapped fetid pools. Pass the turn to you.
Draw. Swamp. Dread Wanderer tapped. Go ahead.
Draw Catacomb. For telecard. Pass the turn. Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. Untap. Draw. I was like, I almost forgot.
Yeah. I had it in my
Swamp.
opening hand. I was like, oh yeah, it's there.
Go to combat
Sure.
and swing 2.
Take 2. Go to 18.
Second main, I'll play Scrap Heap. Go ahead.
So for falls. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Swamp. Thoughtseize.
Push the scrap heap. Reveal a hand of Soul Shatter, Wandering Fumarole, Torrential Gearhulk.
I'll take the Soul Shatter.
Sure.
Go to combat
Sure.
and swing 2.
I'll go to 16.
Second main, I'll play another Scrounger. Go ahead.
Cast my foretold card. Behold the Multiverse.
Yep.
Top, bottom. Draw 1, draw 2. Wandering Fumarole. Pass the turn.
Untap and draw. Thoughtseize.
Push the scrap heap. Reveal a hand of Dig Through Time and Torrential Gearhulk. And a land.
Cards in graveyard.
3. You're about to put in the 4th.
So if I put in, and how many is dig through time?
It's 8, and I can delve 6 of it.
So if I put in, okay, I see. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I'll take Gearhulk.
Sure.
And then I'll Agonizing Remorse you. And now I'll take Dig Through Time.
Sure.
So I'll go to 17. Sorry.
No
15.
worries. Suppose I'll go to 14.
Yep, I will attack you, and you will go to 14.
All right.
Unless, wait.
Oh, excuse me.
I still have a land.
Oh, sorry.
And
Yeah, I miscounted.
a Knight of Yevon Legion. Go ahead.
How many cards do you have in hand?
0.
All right. Draw. Play a Murkwater Pathway. Pass the turn.
All right. Untap. You have 1 card in hand?
Yes.
Draw. Go to combat.
Sure.
Swing 3.
Animate Wandering Funeral.
Oh, yeah.
If that's okay, block the Dread Wanderer.
Okay, so you take...
I take 1.
Yeah, wow. Let's see. What are the cards in your graveyard?
The cards in my graveyard are Torrential Gearhulk, 2 Fatal Push, and a Behold the Multiverse.
Okay. Second main, let's play... Sorry. Yeah, second main, let's play Soul Guide Lantern.
Sorry, you had 1 card exiled. Alex, sorry that I think one of these cards wasn't something taken out with Thoughtseize.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
was it taken out with
Yeah.
Thoughtseize? So then the Soul Shadow should be there too. I'm sorry.
Yep. Okay. Sweet. Nice. We have a... Yeah, that's... Okay. Let's see. I'll exile your Behold the Multiverse.
Sure.
Pass the turn.
Hardcast Shark Typhoon.
Oh, yeah.
Pass the turn.
End step. I will sack Soul Guide Lantern to draw a card.
Sure.
And I will bring back a scrap heap by eating a scrap heap.
Sure.
Then untap and draw. I'll play a Castle Locthwain. Go to combat and swing for 4, but pump for 7.
So I go down to 6.
And second main, I'll play a Dread Wanderer
Sure.
and pass, putting a counter on my knight.
You got it. Today I learned that Adobe After Effects only supports 3-hour-long projects. So I actually already did an outro the day after the tournament ended, but now a few days later I have to reshoot it because I have to do it shorter. Anyway, I want to start off by congratulating the Immortal Son on winning the Pioneer Invitational. He played his deck incredibly well. I've rooted for him in the past to win tournaments, and I believe this is his first win, so, you know, I am sad, but I am also happy for him. Good pilot, very nice opponent, and I just really enjoyed our matches. Now, I cut it pretty close in editing, but I do want to talk a little bit about the end of the last match before people rush to the YouTube comments. I did punt the game. I conceded the game when I actually still had a Mutavault that could block. This was pointed out by a spectator afterwards, and Immortal Son very kindly offered to reconstruct the game, which would have been very possible at that point, but I declined because that's outsider influence. I did know my next few draws and the Immortal Sun's next 2 draws, and I have determined it was impossible for me to win the game. Even if I hadn't given up at that point. My next draws were going to be Mutavolt into Moment of Craving into Mutavolt into a Fetid Pools that I would cycle to find a Nicol Bolas that I wouldn't be able to cast at that point, and Immortal Sun's next draws were going to be Skyclave Shade into Rankle Master of Pranks, and given the board state, it was impossible for me to win at that point. So, with all that being said, again, congratulations to him. I want to talk a little bit about the tournament. So, sadly, the tournament was a lot smaller than it was initially going to be. We ended up only playing with 4 people, when we would have had, obviously, the original intention was 8, that was quickly down to 7, but towards the end, that went down to 4. Given the field, though, if we look at the entire field, I'm very happy with my deck list. No sideboard card would have gone unused had we run the full field. I will say I was under-prepared for mono black aggro. I lost it, but I had the sheet with like the decks I was preparing for, and I did prepare for mono black a little bit, but I was like, yeah, I think my sideboard's fine. I could have definitely had better cards to deal with mono black aggro. Now, I think I have expressed in the past that I'm not a big fan of Kalidas, because I feel like pretty much everyone comes prepared for Kalidas, and he's just 4 mana, eat a removal spell, and you've probably lost the game now. I would probably be looking at something more like Ashiok, like 5 mana Ashiok from Theros Beyond Death, maybe Enter the God Eternals, or some sort of board presence that also has somewhat of an immediate impact, right? Ashiok can either bounce something if there's only 1 threat, so it's better on a board with something. It can immediately make a blocker, so there's actually 2 permanents for your opponent to deal with, which kind of takes away part of the problem that Kalidas has. Enter the God Eternals is life gain, removal, and a body, so that does like double, triple duty. So I'm definitely looking at a card like that. Would I expect more mono black in the future? I'm happy with the Overwhelming Denial. That worked out very well. It stayed in a couple of matches. I felt like it did like the surge thing against aggro quite well. I think it allowed me to have like a Watery Grave enter tapped once or twice, so that saved me some life, which was pretty vital in a lot of these games where I won on or stabilized on relatively dodgy life totals. I was very happy about that. The Wandering Fumarole did well. The Brazen Borrower did well. I was very happy with my number of Magma Opuses. I could see Gearhulk being trimmed by maybe a copy, maybe replace it with a Kolaghan's Command, also with the Book of Exalted Deeds becoming more popular in the post-AFR meta. So something along those lines is definitely deck changes I would consider, but I'm overall very happy with the deck. I think Shadow's Verdict was the perfect sweeper for this format. Cling to Dust came in pretty handy in some games, so again, happy with my deck choices. Couple of changes I would make, but like, you never make the perfect deck list, right? Gameplay-wise, I think I played very well. I'm sure you're able to pick out a couple of mistakes. I know there's a couple of pathways that I wish I played on different sides. Maybe some options with like Collective Brutality that I made in the first match could have changed. Maybe some like changes in removal. I think in the last finals match I had to make the choice between pushing a Knight of the Ebon Legion or pushing a Dread Wanderer, and that was a little bit dodgy about. I pushed the Dread Wanderer because I wanted to save damage now, feeling that I could deal with the Knight pretty soon before that card would start dealing more damage, because I didn't mind if it would like use his turns just pumping the Knights. That means there was less of a board presence. So there's definitely, you know, some decisions to look back on, but overall I'm very happy with my play. You might see a weird jump here. I had a problem in editing. I'm also very happy with the way I handled the loss. After game 1, I was a little bit in the finals match 1. I was a little bit tilted. I felt like I got a little bit unlucky. That sort of thing, you know, what every Magic player complains about all the time. Felt like I did a good job at sort of like de-tilting myself between that game. It's like, you know, I just got up, got a drink, you know, sort of like talk myself into like, come on dude, like you had your lucky moments this tournament, who cares, just move on to the next game, forget this one. And I feel like I did a good job at that, and sort of entered the next game quite level-headed. I was tilted at the end because I made a mistake. The punt did upset me, but definitely not as much as it did in the past. I feel like I did a good job at sort of detilting myself after that. I wasn't as harsh to myself as I might sometimes have been in the past when I punted these type of things. So I'll take this as a learning opportunity, both in-game, because I should just let my opponent play it out. This gives myself more time to think, right? Had I not conceded and just gone to his turn, be like, all right, you do your thing, you know, do your swing for lethal, then I might have had more time to think and I would have realized my Wandering Fumarole was there. But it's also an out-of-game thing where I feel like I can look back on like, sort of like handling frustrating losses better than I have done in the past and hope to replicate that in the future. So overall, I really enjoyed it. I wish the tournament was larger. I wish we had everyone around. That was definitely a bummer. But to wrap up, I want to give a thank you to a couple of people. I want to thank everyone playing in the tournament. I want to thank the admins from the Playaway Discord server who make all of this happen every week. All the TOs, etc. I want to thank Risen, who was our TO today and helped me set this up so I can actually do this. And I want to thank everyone who plays on this server, makes everything happen. I want to thank everyone for watching, the listeners of the podcast, etc. And I hope people enjoy this. If you want to see more of this in the future, do let me know. I can try and get some more of this stuff to work. And with that being said, bye-bye.